It's live. Oh,
Are we live?
we're live.
Because it doesn't say it on my end. Oh, now it finally does. All right. Hey, we're live. It's Friday afternoon. It's 5, a little after 5 East Coast time. It's been a very pleasant day today after about 2, 3 days straight of rain. So we take it. And I mean, who are you?
The ball when the cold one, John Coltrane. Lawson, what's up? Gosh.
I'm Brent Leary. Got my
You know,
new
I'm getting better and you're getting worse.
I got my new Rams that just came in the mail.
I mean, every week.
I feel good. And they look
Every
good.
freaking week.
I love these things. This
Every
is
week.
this is a special one. This is for the fire department. Fulton
Oh,
Lake Fire.
wow. That's what FD stands for.
Yes, LA.
Wow.
That's right. Got to
Duh.
support the folks out there doing the work.
We appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is like a special Valentine's Day edition or something.
It's a Valentine's Day edition. Yay.
Don't expect
Isn't
any.
it great?
Don't expect any additional love or anything. It's going to be straight hate for. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Coming from you, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
I'm not even worried about it.
but I'm sure your people will be like, oh, happy Valentine's Day, Coach.
The
We love
hate
you, Coach.
that I get, I know, so much love,
We love
so much love. I'm overwhelmed by the love,
I'm
and it's returned. It's reciprocal. I love them back, man.
I'm whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just whelmed.
Yeah, good to, it's good to have good people in your life.
That's true. It is true.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it really is. I'm a very fortunate man to have acquired so many good people and come across them in all walks of life. It's crazy when I think about it at this point. You know,
Yeah, that's good. Pretty nice. Whatever.
as you can tell, he doesn't like people.
Nah,
He don't like me.
people are all right.
You can take it or leave it.
People are okay.
Oh my goodness,
So
he's so crazy.
So we don't know because people might have already started celebrating and getting those dinner reservations. Because if you in Atlanta, you
Yeah.
gotta book something and like try to get there and then get parking and all that nonsense.
I don't know why people do this to themselves. It's so dumb. I mean, I'm doing something today simply because this is an event that is on today, so I have to do it today. But normally, I'd be sitting at home, not even worried about this day, because normally we celebrate on the 15th, not the 14th,
Why is that?
because candy is 80% off.
Damn,
Flowers
I should have known
are at
there was
least half off.
there's some sort of financial cheap reasoning for
It's
this.
not being cheap. It's like, why overpay when the next day, I mean, the very next day, that stuff is worthless to everybody and it goes on sale.
So do you celebrate
Deep
Christmas
discount.
on the 26th or something like that? Or
I do on the 24th, I guess. Well, I don't really care. I don't care. That doesn't matter.
no?
The equivalent to that would be like celebrating on January 3rd. I don't know. Even that, there's no good time to purchase around the Christmas season. You know, you got to catch the sales or you don't.
So you wait until to buy candy on the 15th, basically.
Yep. I'll be buying candy on the way home and flowers. I'll get
I
candies
mean,
and flowers.
the cheap.
Wow.
Oh wow, my man. Yeah, we're staying away from that.
You can't say that anymore, Kanye.
Kanye. Oh my god. Yeah, Ashibu Kanye or Ashibu West.
But yes,
Yeah.
I will own the cheapness though. I'm cheap.
Yeah, well, yeah, we
If I can
already know that.
save, if I can save, I will save. If I can share, tips to help people not pay full price, it's just why pay full price? It just makes no sense. when you can wait one day and you and your partner and your wife can just simply say, yeah, we'll wait and do it on the 15th and let everybody else pay the price.
Well, just as long as you got the right partner that buys into that, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd be a fool not to, honestly. Honestly. And if you think about it, like you said, you got to leave the house early, find a place to park, deal with the crowds. It was already crowded. I was driving down here and it was like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, what in the hell is there so much traffic? And I'm like, it's
It's
3 o'clock.
already started.
Friday.
The
It's
traffic.
already started.
Ugh.
Yes.
See that
Yes.
I'm not as much with the cheapness as I don't like the inconvenience and having to try to find a place to park. I mean, that's just a nuisance to me.
Exactly. You got to get reservations. Everybody's booked. They're overpricing the menu. Yeah, it's just why?
Yeah,
Why?
they know they got you.
Because it's such an arbitrary day. You know, I mean, it's literally a day that's made up by Hallmark. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they need to try to find some reason for people to buy them damn cards, those
Yeah,
overpriced
so
cards.
even the cards go on sale the day after.
That's because they know nobody gonna be buying them for another year.
Exactly.
They gotta sell
Exactly.
them.
So I got friends that, will buy the chocolate now,
For next year.
cold. Yeah.
Does chocolate go bad? I mean,
You can freeze it.
damn.
I mean,
are you
freeze
gonna be
it,
giving out
but put it in
frozen
the refrigerator.
chocolate? We gonna be giving out frozen
Not
chocolate
frozen,
a year later.
not frozen, but you can put it in the refrigerator.
He's cool with it because Stockholm syndrome is. Hello, Karen.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
You
Karen
know,
is one of your.
no.
Is Karen one of your mentees?
I'm not sure. I know Karen directly.
Karen, how do you know Mr. Lawson?
How do you know she knows me?
Because
Just because you don't.
because
Yeah, that's
she's
true.
coming
That's true.
through
Nobody
to.
knows you. Let me go over here and check.
She's coming
Let me
through
go check
on your Facebook show.
Let's go check Karen. What's
Karen,
up,
who are
Karen?
you?
So good to see you.
Karen, how do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Do you do like the
Yeah,
cold
what
one
you doing today?
and wait till the next day so she can get like half off of flowers and candy?
Why not?
I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Everybody should do this. Everybody should move it a day out. Everybody should do this. There's no reason to be stuck with. Karen's a financial consultant.
She knows you through Kimberly West.
TSP. Oh, Kimberly West. Awesome. What's up? One of our favorite people. She knows Brent too.
And then she said, I joined the I actually knew her before you did.
You did.
Then she joined the Make community for a while.
Yeah, man,
what's the Make community? What's the Make community? Make a Wish?
Make with John, man. I did that at the end of last year. And then, mom passed and I kind of just fell off.
Well, that's understandable.
I got to pick that back up.
It's Amber. Hey, Amber. Amber.
Happy Valentine's Day, Amber.
How do you celebrate Valentine's Day, Amber? Do you do like your mentor, Mr. Lawson, and try to wait and celebrate it on the day after so they can get 50% off of flowers and
everything? And 50% off, 80% off candy,
chocolate cookies,
all that stuff. All of it is in the discount bin at Walmart tomorrow. Yum, yum, yum. Get the best candies.
Now you said people be buying
expensive ones.
People be buying the day after chocolate and
candies.
And then put it in the refrigerator for a year so you can give it out.
Here's the deal: they actually take it and they send it to Amazon, and then they resell it to you guys.
See, Amber started early. She went to a jazz concert
last night. There you go. See, either the day before, day after, one or two. That's much easier.
That's a nice way to spend like
it is
a good jazz concert.
Good jazz.
But then again, like all the people I'd want to see are dead. So when it comes to jazz, so I'm not good. Like I want to see Miles Davis and Thelonious Monk. Those are the kind of jazz people I want to see live.
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, they're all gone. But
Yeah, they're all.
All right, let's see what Karen says. Karen says, I try to give love and gifts all through the year. So if you don't get anything on these days, you're not feeling like you're missing out.
There you go. Every day is a day of love.
So she'd be giving out gifts. See, I need to be her friend because I'd like to get a gift every day, or at least once a week.
You want a gift a day, huh?
Yeah, I want to. But see, I'm looking out for her because she gets a good feeling from giving out gifts, and I want to make.
The key is you have to be lovable first.
I don't know why that's
so. I mean,
who made up that
law? You might as well give it up, bro.
Who made up that law?
You get
about that.
Nothing. You give no love, you get no love.
Amber says in Chicago we have nice bands.
Oh my gosh!
Who have their
Chicago has some of the best music. Oh my gosh! They really do have.
You know what Chicago has that I don't think I've seen anywhere else. What do they call that dance? Steppers. Those stepper kind of dance. I went to Chicago like years ago. I had no idea this was going to. I went to a club, and I said, "Oh, okay, a club. I should be able to, get out there and kick it a little bit." And so I see these people doing this dance. I'm like, "What the hell is this?"
And you're out there hammering.
And I worked my way up to ask somebody to dance, and she said yes. And I started doing my little jig, and she looked me up and down and just walked off without even saying anything. I was like, damn.
Wow. You don't know the stepping.
I didn't know that. Look, I did not know what first of all, it's not weird, it's just a unique. Why is it only people in Chicago do that thing? I mean, I don't see that anywhere. That's like
Chicago thing.
That's like go-go music. You don't hear go-go music outside
everywhere.
Of like the DC Baltimore corridor.
Once R. Kelly put it out, then it became a thing.
Oh well. Well, I'm glad I did.
Yeah, you remember the step song? Step. Whatever. I can't even remember. It's in my head. I don't know the words.
Karen actually has a question for you. Off topic. John, your vendor name on bank statements doesn't categorize well. I'm testing AI tools to automate expense categorization, and I use yours as the test for accuracy. What is that?
I don't know what that means.
What are you doing, Karen?
What's my vendor name?
Wait a minute. Anything that you do with him is not going to work out well. I'll just tell you that right off.
Whatever. What's my vendor name?
Cold Rice.
I don't know. I don't know what it might not. It might be Third Power LLC or Third Power. It probably is Third Power.
Amber says she receives.
That's from a long time. Coder Ice Make. Oh wow. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah,
it really makes zero sense. Colder Ice Make.
Thanks for that heads up. I appreciate it.
See, Karen, that's why we need people like you to bring some common sense to this guy. Colder Ice.
Anyway, look for a nice gift from me coming by the end of the month, Karen, for everybody that supported me on the Make with John. I have something coming out. I
hope it ain't copies of your book. I mean, I hope
it is copies of my book.
See, I was hoping it was something valuable.
Hey, boy, you know what? Not only that, they're getting advanced copies of version 2. So, yeah.
Make sure Ramon signs it first and then send it over to him.
And then send it to him.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's talk about the digital ones. Let's talk about something hot.
All right, what's hot?
This Kendrick Lamar thing.
I knew it was going to be Kendrick. How did I know it was going to be Kendrick?
It's Kendrick Lamar thing. You brought it up earlier today. So.
Oh, did I?
I think you did. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what do you got to say?
Let's ask before we do a lot of stuff. Amber, Karen, Ashibu, anybody else out there? If you saw the halftime show, if you saw the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, tell us? Did you like it?
Give me a 1 to 5.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 5, if you saw
1 to 5,
1 being not that great, 5 being it was awesome.
Yeah, 1 to 5. Yeah, 1 to 5.
Let us know.
Let's see what people think. I find this
It's hip
interesting.
hop at its finest, so I'm guessing that means
Hip hop at its finest. Awesome, awesome.
I think he is at least modern hip hop at its finest. Yeah, I would say that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know,
I don't even think there's any.
I mean, so that would be a 5 for you.
Yeah, you got to
Oxygen.
translate that. All right, so
It
she's
was
saying
amazing. A lot to unpack. Five, 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 five.
that's a lot of five.
It's a lot of five.
So far,
Yeah,
both
it's off the scale fives.
Ashabu and Amber liked it. Karen is saying, I saw the performance, but was completely lost about the symbolism. The creativity was well thought out. I
Yeah,
can
okay.
empathize with that a little bit too. Yep.
Okay. All
So
right.
Ashabu says 5. So at least
Cool.
everybody liked it to a certain extent, at least.
I think that's great.
All right. So where will you put it?
On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it a. I'd probably give it a strong 3.5, maybe a 4.
Okay. And
Yeah,
you're grading that on like a curve, like Prince being 5.
yeah, yeah, Prince is kind of like, Prince and Michael are way out there,
We take
right?
them out of I see Michael's wasn't nearly as good as Prince's. I'm just talking about the Super Bowl.
I don't know, man. Michael's was pretty tight, because he did that thing where he was on one end of the
he
thing,
wasn't
to
singing
the other
live.
end of the thing,
I don't like
and
when
he
people ain't
popped out of
singing
the
live.
stage.
I don't like when people ain't singing live. I don't like when
Okay,
there's
well,
a soundtrack in the background.
okay,
So
okay.
I have to take off for that. But he was the first.
Okay.
He was the first guy to make it a real must-see event for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely a event. I mean, he changed the game. But
JR says
JR gave it 5s all the way across.
no, he gave entertainment a 3, and I can understand that.
Entertainment a 3. Okay.
Understand that. All right, so
yeah, because like to me, like the first half of the show, I liked all the spectacles were great. The people coming out of the car, that was cool. The flag, all of that. I don't I got bored somewhere in there a little bit. So
yeah, I didn't give my grade. I would give. Well, you said 3.5.
What'd you get? I said 3.5, 4.
I'm probably right around there too.
Right.
And I'm not even going to put Prince. I'm not going on the curve.
Yeah,
Prince would be a 10 compared to all these.
Exactly.
I'm not thinking about that. But I will say this: I can't remember the last halftime show I watched from beginning to end, and I had watched that one. It was interesting. It was interesting.
I kept waiting for something, like I kept waiting. I was waiting on They Not Like Us. Is he going to do it? How is he going to do it? What part is he going to do?
I love how he teased that thing, though.
He teased it. I love Sam Jackson playing Uncle Sam. I mean, damn. That was awesome. Because especially, he's just telling black people how to act. That was too ghetto. I just love that. It was great.
Let me ask you about this part of it. Serena Williams, talk a little bit about
that. Was awesome. That was awesome. That was actually, for me, that was the best part. Because some people might not remember, but when Serena won her first Wimbledon, she did the Crip Walk. They lambasted her in the media, saying that she was bringing gangster culture. Look at these black people. It was so negative. And now for her to come all full circle, be the greatest athlete since Muhammad Ali, honestly, and doing that on stage, well, I would easily. And then to see her do that was pretty amazing.
Well, amazing. I remember she got heat not just for doing that, but because it didn't like one of her sisters get killed in some kind of gang related thing, and they were saying, well, why is she doing that? And when her sister went out like she did, there was something like that. And then she said this was like the freest, happiest 10 seconds of her life or something like that. I kind of found that hard to believe. I said,
man, if you get drilled for doing something that's just part of your culture, this is what we did on the block, and then go full circle and do that at halftime at the Super Bowl. Come on, that has to be pretty.
But this is a woman who won like the youngest, the youngest person to win the U.S. Open. I would have thought that would have been something that at least that first 10 seconds right after she won that. Man, at 19, or whatever she
That's what I'm saying. That's when she does the crip walk, and everybody takes that away from her. And now that's not the thing. It's all
Yeah,
about the fact that she did the crip walk.
yeah, I know,
But
but that
now
they were,
it's
but
not.
that, you know what? It wasn't really about the crip walk. They just wanted to find something to mess with her because
Exactly.
anything
And
she
now she
did,
messing with it.
yeah, well, shoot, she's married to a billionaire. She's got a couple hundred million of her own. She got two beautiful kids.
Good on
She's
her.
got a lot to be happy about. I just don't. I don't. All right, that's just me. But I found.
She representing the hood, man.
Oh, and really? I mean, come on. Let's be honest now. She ain't living in the
What?
hood right now. She ain't in the hood
That's where
right
you
now.
came from, man. So you never forget where you came from.
That's
You never
true.
should. I
That's
never will forget
true.
the projects in New York. Matter of fact, I just was in Florida 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. The guy gets up and he's telling his story, on stage, and he's like, and so I grew up in Woodside, New York, and I just was like, oh my God, I'd never heard anybody say that from stage that they're from my hometown. And we went out to lunch and everything based on that. You never give up your hood.
That let me put it like this: you never give up your hood, but
You're
you
close.
kind of do when you move from there and you live somewhere else. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like it's easy to represent it when you don't have to live with it anymore. Anyway, I like what Ashibu was saying. All the shit Drake talked about her just got her lick back.
Her lick back. Yeah.
Does anybody care about what Drake says at this point? I mean, this has not been a good 12 months, 2 years for him. That's what
I don't.
I really don't. I don't think anybody can care what he says.
Yeah, well, I mean, Drake got some hits. You know what? Here's the weird thing: is I remember my nephew. I was in the car one day with my nephew, and he said Drake is the Michael Jackson of today. I was like, really?
An insult to Michael Jackson. Come on.
You know what? He doesn't know what he can't insult Michael Jackson because he doesn't know. If you didn't live it, you wouldn't know it. Nobody, and that's what I was. And I put something up there talking about. You could talk about Beyonce. You could talk about Taylor Swift. None of them come close to Michael Jackson. People don't understand. If you didn't live it, when you had dolls, you had clothes, people running out, just cartoons. I mean, everything was Michael Jackson Thriller era. It was so crazy.
Well, but wait, it was before that. I mean, he had taken the nation by storm by when he was 8 or 9. When the Jackson 5 came out,
I mean, he'd already did
the whole new world.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. It's like he took it from there to a whole nother level beyond it. You wouldn't even think he could go beyond where he already was.
Drake is,
and to go that crazy. It's crazy.
But now the only comparisons, I guess, from Drake to Michael Jackson wasn't Drake a childhood on a childhood show or something like Degrassi or something like that? Because I remember my nephews used to watch that stuff, and he was on. And back then he was
on Nickelodeon,
Aubrey or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but my thing was, or his thing was the number of hits that Drake has had.
Oh hell no! Oh come on, man!
You look it up. He's got a lot of hits. Drake has a lot.
I'm not talking about hits. I'm talking about impact and mind share. Nobody had the mind share of Michael Jackson when he was a little Michael Jackson, and especially when he grew up and became whatever people call him, the king of pop. No, you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't turn on any radio. You couldn't turn on any TV without.
Right, but if you didn't live then, you wouldn't know. That's what I'm saying. I understand why he made the comparison.
But I'm saying he might be making that comparison.
I had to correct him.
Yeah, please.
I had to correct him. Absolutely. I'm like, bro, that's good, but that's not enough for you to,
See, Alan
understand.
Alan has girls that are in their early 20s, so he knows what I'm talking about with Degrassi, and apparently so does Ashibu. But please, no, you can't compare anybody right now to that because everything is so fragmented. Nobody.
Hey,
what?
No, I just was saying I played a straight kid.
Okay, Well, good for you.
What's your point? What's the point?
That's Ashby. You need to ask Ashby with that one because
I am. I'm just telling him. I was like, I played a straight kid. It's not that big of a deal.
But people,
it's easy to play across those lines.
We're of a certain age where we remember what life was like before the internet, before all this stuff, before YouTube, before TikTok. And yet, and still, without any of those mechanisms to reach billions of people with a click of a button, Michael Jackson was known worldwide without all that.
It's not even close. It's not even close. I don't think people get it. And that's the thing. It's like when they say Michael Jackson sold 30 million albums, I mean, it's up to like 70 to 100 million now. But when he sold 30 million albums, there were actually 30 million people that got in their car, drove to the store, pulled out money, and took it home and played it on a device. It's a whole nother world, man. Whole nother world.
It's not like downloads or views or listens. And that don't mean jack. It's when you actually go to the store and you put some money down to buy an album or a CD or a cassette tape. That's what separates that era from what's going on now.
It was crazy, Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true too. You had to break it in. Yes, somebody had to play that thing, and it was the rise of Michael was amazing too. I mean,
it's just like crazy. I feel like sometimes people, because younger generations do not have that. All they have is YouTube to look at the stuff, But there's a difference between watching it on YouTube now and living it, like in real time. Like we're of a certain age where we actually came of age when Prince and Michael Jackson and Madonna and all these folks,
Whitney, George Michael,
Sade. I mean,
Sade. A lot of records being sold. Yeah, and out of that, he still came out and sold like 10, 20, 30, 30x over everybody else. Crazy. Insane. That's a good point. Now we got a couple of people you can compare it to, but
not really.
Back then, I'm saying in terms of like, there's a couple of superstars.
Yeah, like
in the 80s, Beyonce. We had dozen or more superstars.
Well, in the 80s, we had more types of music that we listened to. Like we listened to R&B, we listened to hip hop, we listened to reggae, we listened to house. I mean, it was just a golden age for different styles of music that we were able to get to. Now it's all kind of like the same. I mean, when you think about it, there's not a whole lot of difference.
No. There's a lot of different music today.
Not reaching a certain threshold. Like there's a lot of different styles, there's a lot of different things going on, but it doesn't grab the attention, the collective attention they did back then.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's because everything was, like he said, was broke through radio, so you had to. We had you were kind of. We had we were very limited to what we could listen to, and it was very selective of what we were introduced to. So I mean, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. But let's not even talk about the rock people, man.
Oh man, we
had the Aerosmiths, the Bruce Springsteens, all the bands.
U2. Yeah, I mean, isn't it funny? It seems like maybe I might be wrong in this. It feels like we were able to appreciate lots of different kinds of music back then compared to now. I could be wrong, but it feels like that.
I mean, even for me, hip hop feels like that. It's like it all sounds
like mumble rap, right?
Even Kendrick, I was really happy to actually hear Kendrick and him being a lyricist, because the crap that I hear, maybe it's because I'm down south, I don't know, but most of this stuff is trash, man. I just don't get it.
Kendrick is different. He's
very different.
Yeah, you can hear, and he makes sense. He actually tells stories. I mean.
Yeah. Somebody put a video up. It's like, because all the people were saying I couldn't understand what he was saying, right? and then they put up a track of like what's the Inner Sandman guys?
Oh, Nirvana? No, not Nirvana.
No, the other guys that are still alive. But you know what I'm saying? The big
I
rock.
love those guys. Yeah, I know exactly. Oh,
Yeah,
Metallica.
I can't.
Metallica.
Metallica. So they played Metallica's like, and you couldn't understand what Kendrick was saying. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, most music you can't understand the first time hearing it, what people are saying.
So here's the thing about like the biggest knock I have against what happened with Kendrick.
Oh, I haven't talked about that part yet.
It's the soundtrack. It wasn't live music. He was rapping over a record basically.
They all do that.
Yeah, see, back in the day, like you don't see a Prince doing anything over a
Prince had
soundtrack.
tracks.
Huh?
Prince had tracks. The
Not
only
at
thing
the
that was
Super
live
Bowl.
was, yeah, the only thing that was live was his guitar and his mic.
Not at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, that they had a whole big fight about this. And he got away with, okay, we'll let you do the guitar live. Other than that, the Super Bowl don't play. Your tracks have got to be the exact time that they're supposed to have. It's all done. So this was a track too.
That's and also that's right. Lip sync. I can't get with lip syncing. And that Michael Jackson did a lot of lip syncing.
Okay, that's a funny one about Michael Jackson. I was going to say is that so everything's timed, right? But Michael had a thing. He's like, "You're not going to start the track till I take my glasses off." And you remember he came up out of stage. He just stood there
like a minute and a half.
I know, and it was so. And then they were losing their minds. The Super Bowl people were like, "Oh my God, God damn it, what is he doing?"
And the people in the audience were like going crazy. It's like,
That's what Michael does for 2 minutes. Yeah, he burned 2 minutes. He went 2 minutes over. He went 2 minutes over simply by doing that. Nobody else has ever been able to do that because always it's on a soundtrack.
Well, you could tell maybe there is, but with Prince, you didn't hear the soundtrack. You heard him going crazy with the
with that guitar. But the reason, if you think about it, they've got about 5 minutes between the time that the game ends and the show starts, and they've got to move all that staging out there and all that stuff. And so it's like, look, we ain't got time to be trying to plug people in.
We got a YouTube comment from the 1914 Network. Wonder, that's an interesting name. Yeah, I think why he had a lot of leeway because the shows before his, that Up with America and People, they were terrible.
I mean, they were trash,
awful.
Oh my gosh!
So they had to, in order for him to do it, they had to give him what he wanted.
They gave him exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, and it worked out for everybody.
Yeah. Ain't gonna lie. Both of them, you know what? I just thought about this. Both of them had a full band too. He had a whole marching band come out.
Oh, that's right.
On his, and Prince had a whole marching band come out on his.
Yeah, Prince had FAMU. I don't know who.
He had FAMU, didn't he? Yeah.
I don't know who Michael Jackson had, but
don't get me started.
But that's the biggest knock on. That's the biggest knock I have on Kendrick.
Okay. So here's my thing. If you've got 18 minutes to put out a message,
I thought it was like 12, 13 minutes. I didn't think it was.
Okay, 13 minutes to put out a message. And it takes people 30 minutes just to explain what the fucking message was. Your messaging is not that great, bro. So this is the problem I have with Kendrick. I think he probably had a good message. So it's like if he wrote a message and like maybe just put it in a bottle and threw it in the ocean and hope somebody would find the message in the bottle. That's what he did. If you're going to give a message, it needs to be a lot clearer. If I need a damn, YouTube scientist, to explain the message to the people you're supposed to be messaging, I mean, hey, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it.
I think it worked out. I think it worked out exactly the way because he has people. Didn't you say you had somebody you knew did their own video breakdown? There's lots of people doing that.
Several, yes.
Yeah. So I think
It worked. It worked out. But don't tell me he's a great messenger. You can be a great messenger, but also you have to have a great vehicle. And I don't think the vehicle is the right vehicle. He
Well,
put it in the wrong vehicle.
I was watching this thing and I hadn't really thought about it. This guy made this video on YouTube and he's talking about like the halftime shows, the more recent halftime shows. And he said, you know what? I came to the conclusion, like back in the day, the halftime shows were really meant for the people in the actual stadium to enjoy, to see, to get and witness. But somewhere along the line, maybe it was because of TV, maybe it was because of just all the technology involved. It feels like more of the performers are not performing for the people in the studio; they're performing for the cameras now.
Okay, I just want to. I get you. I get you. I guess. But you got the world is watching. It's not just the people in the stadium. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of things that these folks are doing now, you can't see from the stadium. You can't see from your seat.
So this is my argument with Ashibu and the people that say the message made the message for the so his message was only to you, only to his fans. And then if that's okay, which is great. So what did you get from that message? What is the next move? Where are you going with this message?
There is no message.
There is no message. That's bullshit. And you don't make a message for the people that already understand the message. You make the message for the people that don't understand because I'm trying to tell you that's why it's a damn message.
Nah, I don't think there's a next move. I don't think there's any next move.
There is no message. I know. That's what I'm saying. It was just a show. And if you take it just from the show standpoint, it was okay. It was about a 3.5 to 4. But you try to bean soup science all the shit, and then it's like, okay, whatever.
That's why I said originally when I first saw it, I was like, this is kind of underwhelming, because it wasn't
underwhelming.
For me, it was because I wanted to see more than just somebody rapping over their songs. And
well, what would you do if you're a rapper?
It's hard for a rapper to really make it stand out. I'm just saying.
That's the whole thing too. I mean, this is the first time it's been a rap show, and I think I had low expectations, and
I had higher expectations, and he didn't exceed those. He didn't underwhelm me for the most part because I actually watched the whole thing. I can't remember the last time I watched the whole thing and was really interested in what was going on because it's been at least let me be honest. After Prince, I just said there's no way anybody can.
Okay, so you haven't listened to music in 12 years. Okay, got it. All right.
I listen to Kendrick. I love Kendrick, partially because Prince loved Kendrick. I'll admit to that. And they actually did something together, which is really cool. So he's the best rapper right now for me because he doesn't sound like any of them.
But what do you want a rapper to do? Shake his ass all day? I thought he did great. He put dancers on stage. He had multiple areas on the stage. It looked like a Xbox controller.
Once again,
that
for me,
was cool.
It's never been about dancers on stage. It's been about performance, about the music. Like Prince just ripping your hair out with that guitar solo. I mean, you don't think he
did that lyrically though? I mean, come on, man.
Look, music
he killed it.
Instruments go through my body. Like when I hear John Coltrane playing the saxophone, or Art Tatum on the piano, or Prince on the guitar, or on the piano.
So you were just missing instruments.
I love music. I love real live music. It's different than recordings, and that's why
you can't. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm from hip hop. All we've ever had is recordings. So I've always loved hip hop.
I love hip hop.
Hold on now, because you didn't went way all into this bullshit.
Let me qualify it. I love listening to hip hop recordings. I don't like going to hip hop concerts. It just doesn't make it for me.
Okay. All right, gotcha. I feel it. All right. That's bullshit though. But okay.
That ain't bullshit. That's me.
Honestly, you know what to be
listening to real live music being made.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me though. I remember going, and this is crazy. This is long ago for you other folks, But I remember going to the Swatch Watch Superfest or whatever it was,
Oh
Swatch
yeah,
Watch
the
Fest,
Fresh Fest.
Fresh Fest, right? And
Yeah.
seeing all the hip hoppers live and getting the vibe of being at a party where they might be emceeing. That was what it was. And so I've always loved a good hip hop performer.
Well,
I don't mind it. I
I
don't
love
mind it being
I love this comment from JR.
pre-recorded.
There are great artists that are great at what they do, and then there are great artists that are phenomenal performers. So
Okay,
true.
yeah, that's in two different things.
So true.
Sometimes, and then when you get it all in one, like a Michael or a Prince, then you've got a real thing. Because you know who was not a great performer to me?
Too.
Whitney. She was trash as a performer,
Really?
but her voice, I mean, she couldn't dance. She'd just walk around. She'd sweat too much, but
Damn.
I mean, for real, Whitney walk out sweating. She did. She did it. But her voice was so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Her voice was so amazing. Um, on the other side though, like Luther was a great performer. He had a great voice and he did a great performance. And he didn't do a lot of shaking his ass or whatever. But I mean, he put on a show for you. I don't know. So I thought Kendrick put on a show. I'm sorry. I
He
don't.
put on a show. I'm not saying he didn't put on a show, but like I said, there's something about people creating real music in real time or in real life that separates it from somebody playing on singing over a recording. Yeah, that's
okay. Sure.
Miles Davis. He created great music, although it didn't look great when he was on stage.
Oh my God, he was standing with his back to the audience.
That's right. But the music sounded awesome, and they were creating. Right. They were creating in real time. They weren't just playing note for note on what's on a record. They were.
Yeah.
They do like
they were jazz artists.
Prince.
They were jazz
artists. Play Purple Rain like 1,000 different times if you go expecting to hear it note for note from the album, you're gonna be surprised. And he did that a lot with all his different songs. I think he had to, because if you're doing these live events, you can't be just playing the same thing note for note day after day after day. That ain't gonna be it.
All right, let's go, because these guys are just.
Luther is a good performer. Patty's a Patty's a phenomenal. I agree. Let
me just tell y'all. Okay. Oh my God. I was just talking to my husband yesterday. I said, "Hey, okay, what's the worst concert we ever been to?" And we had a couple of names, but honestly, it was a Patti LaBelle show.
Really? What was so bad about it?
I love Patti. I didn't see Patti like 5 times. I know I've seen her at least 5 times, right? But she was depressed or something. And every song she would stop and she would tell a depressing story about somebody that died.
Oh, damn, really?
Sing the song. It was like, man, Patty's having a bad night. She wouldn't miss the notes or anything, but it was just, she was depressed. She was depressed. And I don't mean that to be funny, but I was just saying she is a phenomenal performer. And we came for a regular Patti show and she was,
well, that was a special circumstance, though. Right?
Oh yeah, it was a special circumstance. Absolutely. Like I said, I've seen her 5 times. Yeah. So only that one time, but it was like the worst performance because she's such a huge performer.
Can we go back to this?
It was a crazy.
I love what Derek, because I agree. Luther is a good performer. You know what? He's a great singer, and his voice is awesome. But he basically just stands there and sings.
But he puts on a show.
I mean, his voice puts on.
Here's the thing. Every part of that stage, everything that people wore.
Oh, he commands it all. Yeah.
No, he directed it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was his vision. Yeah. So I give him credit for being a great. He just, but yeah, he don't have to do a whole lot. If Luther's swaying, you swaying with Luther.
That's true. That's true. I'm not knocking it at all, but when it comes to like dynamic performance, I don't have him in that category. He's a great. His voice is
okay. Well, we got your Prince. We got your Michael. What else would you got? What other people would you say are great performers?
Oh, Freddie Mercury from Queen was a great performer.
Oh my gosh. He might be one of the best.
He's one of the top 4 or
He's
5.
one of the top. Yeah, he's top 5. Oh my gosh.
He owns the
Yeah,
audience wherever he comes in.
bro.
He owns it.
I will never forget like the first time. I'm like, who are these white boys? And it took me all of 10 seconds to be like, whoa, who are these white boys? I'll never forget that. It was like on a midnight special a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
But
wow.
yeah, right, real long, long time ago.
You know who else owned it? Maybe not to this level.
Performance wise.
Performance wise.
P-Rod, what's up? We're getting a lot from YouTube today.
I take it back. When you think of dynamic Mick Jagger, no, I wouldn't put him in that. Tina she burned the stage down.
Here's my problem with Mick Jagger. And you could tell, I know what happened to Mick, right? You heard the story. Mick Jagger sees James Brown and is like, I need to do that. And for me, that's what Mick Jagger's always come off as, a weak-ass James Brown.
Yeah, that's pretty weak. James Brown. We got to throw James Brown in there. He did it in a different manner altogether.
The ultimate. He's by far. I mean, oh my God. But you know what I'm saying? That's what for Mick, he runs around the stage. He does his little bird thing. He's cool. He's cool, but I always thought he was a weak.
You know what? George Michael owned it. George Michael owned it.
Don't get me started. Do not get me started.
I have to give him that. He owned it. You know who else was Amy Winehouse? For as short as her career was, she was dynamic as hell.
Bro, I had a chance to see her in Atlanta at a bar, and I didn't go.
Whoa.
And I didn't know. I didn't know who she was. And I was like, damn.
She was dynamic as hell.
It was just before she blew up. I know it had to be like amazing. But anyway, yeah.
By the way, Thomas V26, he's definitely Kendrick Lamar fan. He's going on it. Okay.
Well, right. He said Bruno. I remember my daughter went to see Bruno on his first album, and my husband took her, and he came back and he said, that Bruno kid is really good. It was Bruno and what's the black chick that does the Prince stuff every time they want to do a Prince thing. Janelle Monáe, she opened for him.
I'll tell you right now, we might be battling. She did a trash job of that Michael Jackson tribute. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I'm not gonna say it was the worst.
It was awful.
But it was pretty bad.
Why did he get her? Why did he get her?
It's like, why? She's one of those people, man. She's one of those people like, we got something. Let's get Janelle Monáe to do it. Yeah, that's the one. Like,
she was awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right from the blonde hair to the
I was like, and then it was the wrong song. You can't sing that song. You can't. No. Michael couldn't even sing that song.
I like her.
You know what? Michael couldn't even sing that song. Michael, I don't think he performed that song after he got off the Jackson tour ever. I'm serious. I don't remember Michael ever doing, out of all the songs that he did solo on tour, I don't think he ever did Don't Stop. I don't think he ever did.
Look, the video lives in my head. I mean, because all he's doing is he's in this black suit and he's just dancing and doing his thing. She just
by himself.
Oh my God, she trashed that.
Oh, it was terrible. It's like,
I like her. I like her.
I did too, but that was just the wrong song.
It was just the wrong person doing that. They could have got even your boy Chris Brown is way better at doing Michael Jackson.
Why? Okay. Oops. Let me say something. And y'all can hate me. I don't care what y'all say. The only person better than Chris Brown is Michael Jackson. Chris Brown is the greatest performer this generation has ever produced. Period.
Performer?
Greatest performer that this generation's ever produced. I'm talking about millennials. He is the greatest by far.
What about Usher? Usher can do that kind of stuff, right?
Man, Usher is lightweight comparatively. I'm sorry. I love Usher. He's my boy. He's from here. He's great. But Chris Brown, give Chris Brown 18 minutes, 13 minutes. He will make your head spin. at a Super Bowl.
You know who I think would be a good rapper to see in concert, or maybe back when he was in his prime? I think LL would have been really good to see in his prime. Because LL is a good performer, man. I mean, you could.
I'm so over.
You might not like him.
You did not see him on the MTV Awards this year, or
I'm not talking about
year.
this year. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. Prime, I'm just saying. Oh, okay, in his prime, maybe. Maybe. I don't see him doing. I don't see him doing a whole lot of theatric. Yeah, he'd have been fine. Remember
the video for "I'm Bad"? He was over the top dramatic.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was so good. I remember I had a friend who knew all the moves to it, and they would always make him do it.
He was great at that stuff, man.
Yeah, that was good.
But I mean,
he had his moment.
I'm trying to think any other rapper that could have. I don't think anybody could have done better than K. Dot. I'll be from a rap perspective. Oh God! Did you just say MC Hammer, Ardeen?
Oh wow! I think she's sitting with performers. Oh, she got laughy faces.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
She's laughing. She's laughing. However, I will say this: literally somebody should give Hammer millions of dollars and put him on a real tour.
Tomas.
Okay, stop.
Yeah. Okay, he followed up.
Can we? Okay, oh, okay. Because I'm about to say we got to block you, Thomas. Thank you for joining us.
Next is snow, right?
Man, but I'm serious, man. They should put Hammer on tour. I want to see Hammer with all the dancers and all that stuff. Man, that would be like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
You know who we're leaving out? Who he was before our time, but Elvis. Come on, I mean he commanded everything when he was in his game.
Would he do a good Super Bowl? I guess so. I don't know. I mean, Elvis could do his little dancing thing, but other than that, I don't remember.
This is a good one. Who do you think who has not done a Super Bowl, dead or alive? Who would you have liked to have seen do a Super Bowl halftime?
Chris Brown, for sure.
I don't think he's big.
Man, you need to go. You need to do some YouTube study and come back at me.
I know he could sing and I know he could dance, but
no, bro, I'm telling you, dude, just go watch him in concert.
My man said Calloway. Wow,
he was
hide the hose. No, sorry.
He was pretty dope. I don't know who else. We've seen a lot of the ones that are great performers.
Tom Petty did a halftime show way back in the
day.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, he played it straight, and you just played,
Oh my gosh, I just figured it out. Oh, why? Here's who would have did the greatest show. It would have been Tupac. That guy.
He probably would have been the best rapper to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was a rap performer.
Or Biggie might have been pretty good too now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen Biggie live, so I don't really know what he was like in a live concert. I don't have any real Biggie concert footage.
All right, let's see. We got Curtis Mayfield. Now that would have been interesting. He's not dynamic though. He was a good writer and singer, but he's not a dynamic performer. Young James, absolutely. Young James Brown. That's a no-brainer. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No-brainer. Oh,
they would have.
They should have had a Super Bowl performance.
The whole unit.
Yes, they should. As a matter of fact, that should be next year.
Oh, let them do it. You know who I would have? Jimi Hendrix would have just ripped the stage apart.
Oh, man, you can't. Are you kidding me?
He would have ripped the stage apart.
That'd have been like that. You think they'd have had lost their minds now? Oh, they'd have lost their mind.
That would have been awesome to see, man. That would have been awesome. Alan is saying, I don't even know who this is. Doichi? Who's that? You know who that is? Alan is coming with some highbrow stuff here. I'm guessing.
I look like I got a job at an oil change shop. Okay.
John looks like Mr. Clean. Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, we don't want no Kanye West. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? He's got to be kidding me, right? Before the BS.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, there's no greater, rapper in my opinion.
Okay, so Alan and Young Dace, new beauty female, a new beauty female.
Yes, yeah, but she's too young. She got to get more hits. But yes, I definitely think
We're
Doechii
talking
is
about
like
in the history of
amazing.
mankind. Who do you want to see? I mean, I don't even know this person, but okay.
Who?
Hopefully,
Oh,
as AI improves, we could just ask to show us young James Brown. That would be kind of cool, if they could pull something
no,
like that
that's not
off.
going to be cool. Do not do that, please, people. I don't want people coming back and doing these AI shows.
Missy Elliott would
I
be good.
really, and
I think Missy
she's
Elliott
already
would
been
put on a
there.
good
She's
show.
been there.
That's right. She did.
She's been there.
She was along with somebody else. It wasn't like
She
her.
was there with Katy Perry.
Yeah, that she kind of got overlooked then, I think.
No, she didn't. Ain't nobody overlooked. Matter of fact, that's why they talk about Katy Perry's show because everybody saw it because Missy was there. Shit, I'd have turned Katy Perry's ass off. So,
Come on now. People turned on for her, right?
I'm teasing.
I mean, I like Missy Elliott better than Katy Perry, but I'm just saying.
I think so too. I think Missy stole that shit from Katy, but just the left sharp. I mean, come on.
I think Ray Charles would have been good. I don't know if he would have been spectacular, but he's Ray Charles. He's Brother Ray. I'd have seen that. UNIT. What is that for all the women in that song? They would have been a good with Queen Latifah and Moni in the middle and MC Light. That would have been kind of cool.
Nah, it's not that great.
Gorillas.
I mean, I don't. You know what? I need to do some more research on Gorillas. They're interesting. I haven't heard enough of their music to really. No.
Are they a rap group?
No, they're like a punk rockish kind of.
Oh, punk rock
with the rap.
Yeah, the Beasties. I would have loved. Did the Beasties ever do it?
Man, do y'all know?
That would have been great.
Do you know that the Beasties, in my opinion, are the rise of Jay-Z? Because the Beastie Boy died, and they were supposed to headline Coachella. Not Coachella. What's the one in England? You know what I'm talking about? The big concert in England. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So they were supposed to be the headliners, and he passed away, and they had to get somebody in. They got Jay-Z. Jay-Z tore it up, and after that, he was on the next level. But that's one of those things that, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. He was ready. He got that call.
How do you think Run DMC would have been?
Actually, I just said it. Jay-Z. Oh my God. Jay-Z. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't do it. He's in the damn. He could do it. He should have definitely had one.
He's too old.
He's too old now, but he should have had one.
Well, when was the first rap one? Like pure rap?
This was the first rap one.
Nah, it was with Dr. Dre. It was only a couple of years ago, right? Dr. Dre, Snoop,
all
Dre.
those guys. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
So it's
Dr. Dre
only been like a couple of years since they started doing this.
Yeah, once they got Jay-Z on it.
Oh, Tomas is saying Jay-Z is not a great performer in his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think
DMX. I agree. DMX would have been awesome.
Oh my!
I would have loved to see DMX.
Wow.
Oh, you know who else? Like the Wu-Tang with old DB. Oh my God, that would have been awesome to see them.
That just could never happen.
That would be.
I can already see the headlines. We've canceled that show. We got a replacement group. I can already see the headlines. With ODB? No. What's the headlines?
ODB Unleashed.
Oh my God.
That would be so good. Man,
they would have gone crazy. They would have gone crazy. Y'all know they got a new album coming out.
Oh, they do? Fine. Is it one that the Farmer Bro is going to buy for $2 million?
No. They got a new ad. They're working right now, and it should come out this year. All of them.
I'd love to hear something really good.
Yeah, that would be interesting because if you haven't heard Redman and not Redman, Method Man and one of the other ones.
Method Man and Redman, right?
No. Anyway. Just look it up. Redman got a new song with the other dude from
Raekwon?
That's not Raekwon. But anyway, look it up. But the deal is that out of all the old school hip hoppers that have been trying to come out with new stuff, this is the one that should have been heard and nobody heard.
I
and it's brilliant.
I agree with Tom. I would have loved to see
Yeah, the
Beatles
Beatles.
live.
Yeah, of course.
That would be interesting.
Like a Beatles reunion.
I'm not even a Beatles guy, but that would
Right.
be interesting to see, to check that out. Yeah, all four of them were able to get together.
It's getting dark.
Man, so all right. So we went through a litany of possibilities. You know what? Even with all that said, nobody will ever top Prince, in my opinion. That's just me. It just can't.
No. I mean, and every year I'll remind everybody. And a friend of mine said, he's like, yeah, you officially become Uncle John. I'm like, yep. I will be that. Prince was the best ever.
and then look, that ain't just us talking. Every one of these little surveys they ever come out with, he's always top. There's there's a reason why, and it's because he was doing stuff live and it didn't sound recorded. It didn't. The rain was coming down and he was still doing
Purple Rain in the rain.
In the rain.
You don't get to look, and then it stops at the end of Purple Rain, so the rest of the songs doesn't rain. It's insane.
What about the whole thing? Like the producers, like, we got to call Prince because it's going to rain. We got to know what it's going to go. And he says, "Can you make it rain harder?" I mean, there's a myth and a mythology around that performance now. You will not get that kind of mythology around any performance going forward. Hands down, the best. Yeah, Alan, you make it roll. All right. We got to get out of here. This was fun. This is fun. Are you around?
Do this every week, guys? Every week, 5 o'clock. Come back and tell us what to talk about.
We don't know what we'll talk about. We just start talking. Anyway, you gonna be around next week?
Probably.
All right.
With all prayers.
All right, folks. Have a great holiday, Valentine long weekend. We will see you next Friday. Man. And this is what we do.
Yep. Peace.